Hey guys, it's me, Genevieve from Filmish Foods, and today I'm going to be telling you 5 of the foods on my Filmish Foods Fictional Cravings list. I was really looking forward to doing a Sonic themed video since Sonic 2 just came out, but I've had a lot of homework to do and I was pretty sick for the past 2 weeks. Not COVID, just wanted to stress it was not COVID. But I just wanted to do something more laid back today. Do you ever watch movies and wish that you could just take a bite of what the characters are eating? You can see it cooking, maybe. You can hear it simmering. The steam is wafting off the dish in 4K HD, perhaps 1080p. I don't know what you're working with, but the point is the food looks good. And your mouth is watering. So you want to take a bite so badly? Or maybe it's just me because I feel that way all the time. I mean, that's kind of the inspiration behind the whole channel. So let me tell you about my deepest, darkest, innermost cravings. Starting at number 5, something that I wish I could take a bite of are those Turkish Delights from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Edwin, I'm not sure what his name was, but it starts with an E. Whatever his name was, he was demolishing the Turkish Delights and he made them look so good. And I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure he betrayed his family for the queen because of those Turkish Delights. And I think that anything that is that powerful is worth being a craving. And yes, I know that Turkish Delights are a real thing, but I looked them up and after seeing what they are and what's in them, they don't really sound as good as Edgar was making them look, because he was running through them. He was running through them, and they looked delicious. I imagine it would taste like a powdered donut with jelly in it, but I looked it up and it has nuts in it, and I'm sorry, I'm anti-nut. Since the movie is fictional, that means that I am allowed to tell myself that it tastes like however I want it to taste like. Someone's phone is ringing. Please hold. Anyways, as I was saying before I was interrupted, I just don't think that the real thing would compare to what I have in my mind. And since it's fictional craving. Sure, I could be making up what it tastes like, but it's a fictional craving. So number 5, Turkish Delights from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So number 4 on my list is the feast from Spirited Away. Sure, it might be a cop-out to some to list an entire feast as a craving, but at the end of the day, it is my list, so I guess I'm a cop-out whenever and wherever I choose to, and I choose to do it right now. Anyways, I don't really think that this needs an explanation because the food looks delicious. As I was talking about earlier, you can literally see the steam wafting off of the food, and chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, it looks so good. I understand that we're supposed to look at the adults turning into pigs as a sign, as a metaphor or whatever for their gluttony and their greed. But let's be real. If you were in front of that feast, do you think that you could resist from pigging out? Because I could not. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. So I really don't think I need to explain that one much further. Number 4 is the feast from Spirited Away. Number 3. This one honestly feels too simple compared to some of the other things on this list. However, this is a channel where we appreciate all Filmish foods, no matter how big or small, no matter how intricate or simple. I'm craving Kronk's Spinach Puffs. Sure, this might not look as amazing as some of the other things on this list. They're just spinach puffs. Honestly, this one isn't just about looks. I'm not vain. This one is on here purely for Kronk. I like to think of myself as sort of a Kronk enthusiast. Growing up, I always felt kind of bad for him because I felt like he was getting picked on by Yzma and Cusco, since sure, he's not the smartest guy ever, but he has a lot of heart. He wasn't really a villain. In my opinion, he was just a dude who needed a job because he wasn't ever really trying to do bad things. He really didn't ever do anything bad. He just messed up a lot. But he's a really nice guy and he speaks chipmunk and he seems like a pretty good cook. I mean, I believe that he could cook a pretty good meal because he was throwing down in the kitchen in, what's the movie? The movie that this is from. The Emperor's New Groove. Wow. Fake fan. Anyways, I would like to try Kronk Spinach Puffs. I mean, I just know that they taste good because he puts a lot of heart into things, so I just know that they taste good because they're made with a lot of love, which I cannot say the same for everything on this list, which brings me to my next craving. Craving number 2, Coraline's Cake. I don't know what about Coraline's Cake speaks to me, and I honestly don't really like cake that much, and the other mother probably put a bunch of weird stuff that's not cake related in the cake, so there's that. But I mean, like, it's a magical cake with magical icing and magical candles that would be just for me. So, I don't know. I think that the other mother probably would have got me with that one. Not gonna lie, I'm a person that's pretty easily swayed by food. And I mean, did Coraline's parents even cook for her? It's like I'm trying to remember, and I remember vaguely one time that they sat down and ate a meal together and it looked like a moldy Krabby Patty. You know, in SpongeBob where they do the super realistic drawings, there's one of them of a moldy Krabby Patty. Absolutely disgusting, rancid. That's what the dinner looked like. So I'm gonna be honest, if I was Coraline, the other mother would have gotten me. In all honesty, I guess I'm just not that hard to please, which is probably pretty apparent by my next craving. Honestly, I feel pretty nervous to admit my number 1 craving. I don't know why, because I don't know who's gonna see this. I mean, I know I'm gonna see it. My boyfriend's probably gonna see it. My professor is definitely gonna see it. And honestly, I think that's enough. Knowing that my professor is gonna see this is enough for me to feel like a little bit of shame. So, yeah. Okay, so my number 1 fictional craving. I would like to preface this by saying that this is something that I would never, ever eat in real life. This is only purely in the context of it being fictional food, okay? Fictional, not real, fictional. So just know that you can't judge me. So, without further ado, the food that will be taking the number 1 spot on the Filmish Foods fictional craving list is the bugs from The Lion King. Yeah. I know. Shameful, isn't it? I wouldn't eat this in real life. I have to say that when I watch the movie, I don't recognize these as bugs. First of all, they're colorful, they look fruity, they look refreshing, and also the way that Timon and Pumbaa eat them makes them look delicious. They look like a gummy snack. They look fruity, they look juicy, they look fun. And when I think about eating or describing eating a bug as those things, I feel disgusting. I, for one, do not think that eating bugs is disgusting. I know a lot of people all over the world eat bugs. I mean, very proteiny, but I barely even eat steak without feeling squeamish. So I don't think I want to eat a bug. And that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. Since they're cartoon bugs, I don't really associate with them with the creepy, crawly critters that I don't want to eat. To me, in my mind, they are whatever I want them to be. And so I want them to be something that is a gummy, delicious, juicy, fruity snack. Timon and Pumbaa, and even Simba. Let's remember, Simba was very hesitant to eat those bugs. He's chowing down, he's munching, he's going crazy. So, I mean, I don't know. I think they must be good. They must be a little bit good. And the animators, they knew what they were doing when they animated this whole scene. They knew that they were making the bugs look good. So I think that maybe I shouldn't be ashamed for feeling this way. I think the animators should be a little ashamed for making me feel this way. Honestly, I still feel some shame, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And I mean, people go out in public and do really out-of-pocket things all the time for internet clout, so I think I'm good. Anyways, this concludes the Filmish Foods fictional craving list. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below what your fictional Filmish craving is and if you identify with any of the cravings on my list, because I would love to feel not as weird as I do right now. Also, make sure to check out the description box for the Filmish Foods social media handles so that way you can keep up with all the Filmish Foods content. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you again soon.